Hi, I'm Tom McCutcheon with Motivational Services. I've been with them 10 years, and your name is?
Karen.
And we spoke last week. Um, so I'd like to follow up on what we talked about. So last week, you were having a difficult time expressing to your boss that you needed more staffing in your job. Have you thought about how you can approach your boss with that?
On Friday, we have our staff meeting. So I've talked to my two co-workers, and we all three agreed that the meeting that we have with her was when we should bring this up. So that's what we plan on doing on Friday, 8 o'clock. Just talking to her about it.
So you're going to talk with her about it on Friday, and that seems like a timely manner that you could speak with her. How confident are you of what you want to say to her?
I know what I want to say to her, I just don't know how I'm going to say it.
Would you like to run that by me and see what I think on how you would approach her about this?
When we get into the meeting, she'll ask us, one at a time, and usually she'll ask either me or Becky first if we have any problems, any issues. So last time she asked me, and of course usually I just say everything's fine. So because I don't like confrontation, but so this week I want to say that I feel overwhelmed. That we're getting too much, I guess it's just going to be, I feel overwhelmed that we have too much to do, adding on top of what we were first taught. And what I mean by that, meaning, because we're run shorthand, we have been shorthanded all summer, and they keep telling us that they're getting somebody else, but they haven't. And they just put more stuff onto us. So I want to just tell her that I'm overwhelmed and feel I don't have enough time in the day to get my work done.
So it seems like you've thought out what you want to tell her. You'd like to tell her that you and your co-workers feel overwhelmed and can't get the work out due to excessive work, or I think you had mentioned the faxes that you received.
More expectations, I guess. More expectations of us. I guess that's what we're getting, more and more expectations. When the girl that left prior to us, she was a boss in between the two. What do you call them people?
Administrators.
Right. So she was my supervisor. And right now we don't have a supervisor. We just have this woman that was her supervisor. So, yeah. So, what I'm trying to say is, how can I explain to her that what happened was when my supervisor got done, the stuff that she did was split between the three of us. And then when we told her that it wasn't, that it was hard for us to take over this without the proper training, she took some of it back, but still that expectation for us to do it is still there.
So, and you feel adding another staff would be beneficial to help with the expectations that she has.
Correct. Also, I think the restructuring of duties would help too. Just meaning, instead of all of us doing the same thing, if we weren't all doing the same, like we all don't do walk-ins, we all don't do faxes, we all don't do the ordering. Before, we were doing just we had one person doing the phone calls, one person doing the refill line, and one person doing the faxes. So when you did people coming in, and then you did the phones, so that was one of our job. Then the other person had refills and people who walked in, and then the other one had faxes and people who walked in. You know what I'm saying? Now they want us all just to do it all together. Take them as they come, and it just feels like none of we're all working for the same goal, but just hard to get to.
So it still becomes overwhelming.
Still overwhelming, yeah. So I think what we need to figure out is it worked better. I thought it worked better when one person was doing all the ordering, because you get all three people ordering, and it's just crazy.
So if the ordering becomes confusing because there are so many people doing the ordering, no one's really sure who's ordering what.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it's just, I guess, just being able finally to talk to her and tell her that, how we really feel, and not saying, everything's fine, just tell us what you want to tell us, and then we can get back out on the floor and do our work.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that having this discussion with her is going to work about being overwhelmed?
How confident on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm confident that I'm going to talk to her about it. I'm not very confident that I'm not going to be, I'm going to say I'm going to have to do like a 50-50. She isn't going to know if I don't tell her. So we'll see how it goes.
And then if you don't tell her, then neither of you can work on it.
Correct.
So, would you like to set a specific time next week to talk about it again and see how you did?
Most definitely. I would like to discuss it with you at your earliest convenience.
Right. Well, thank you, Karen. I hope I can help you.
I hope so too.